Let's dance, and that's no idle invitation, ladies and gentlemen, because it comes from Benny Goodman and his orchestra, who take their responsibilities very seriously in purveying good music to the dancing public. And now, an original arrangement by Benny Goodman of Jingle Bells.
Hey there, holiday greetings and welcome to When Radio Ruled Christmas Special 2019. I'm Mike Gillett, your host, mixing up the holiday cheer for you. This year we've got two old-time radio Christmas shows originally broadcast in 1952 and 1953. The 1950s were a very different time in many ways, but not in the joy that we greet the coming of Christmas both then and now. Old-time radio made Christmas even more special. Families huddled around the warm tubes of their radio and shared sentimental shows about the magic of the season. And families laughed together at shows that mocked the greed and commercialism we all encounter at Christmas. The first show is that kind of comedy. Fibber McGee and Molly in Christmas Present from Wimpole.
Reynolds Aluminum Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The Reynolds Metals Company, makers of Reynolds Aluminum, present Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed with Bill Thompson, Arthur Q. Bryan, Cliff Arquette, Elvia Allman, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Here's news of interest to every home builder, to all builders everywhere. Your best buy in flashing is aluminum. Reynolds Lifetime Aluminum Flashing. It costs much less than any other rust-proof material. It's easy to use, looks good, and lasts practically forever. You can buy Reynolds Lifetime Aluminum Flashing in rolls or in flat sheets of various sizes, and also in a handy new package you'll want to know about. This package contains 10 stout aluminum sheets, each 18 inches wide and 4 feet long. Perfect for flashing, of course, and a great idea to have around the farm or home or workshop. To make a tabletop, maybe, or a wagon floor, or to put behind the stove or sink. Ask for Reynolds Lifetime Aluminum Flashing at hardware and building supply dealers, or write to Reynolds Metals Company, Louisville 1, Kentucky. The Christmas shopping season is at its peak in Wistful Vista, with hundreds of shoppers in every store. We find two of these shoppers returning home now, their hearts full of joy and good cheer, their arms full of bundles and packages, and their feet full of aches and pains. As we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
I'm glad we're almost home, dearie. I couldn't walk another block.
Me neither. This Christmas shopping is brutal, kiddo. I don't know which is flatter, my feet or my wallet.
Well, we accomplished a lot today.
Yeah.
Although I'm not too sold on that present you bought for Aunt Sarah.
Dear old rich, tight-fisted Aunt Sarah. Bless her little tiny cast-iron heart. What's the matter with her present?
Well, it just doesn't seem very glamorous. A home bunion kit.
Yeah. Well, I bet she hasn't got one. Besides, it was...
McGee, will you look?
Oh.
Somebody left a package for us.
Yeah, my gosh, right on our porch. All done up in Christmas paper.
I'll bring it in. Oh, it's a big one.
Well, who's it from, kiddo? Who's it from? Has it got a card on it?
Yes, it says here. It says, Merry Christmas from Wallace.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness, Mr. Wimpole.
Yeah. Well, what do you know? Good old Wimp.
I didn't expect this much from Mr. Wimpole.
I'll set it on the table, kiddo.
Right. Certainly is a big one.
Yeah. Funny shape, too. I'd sure like to know what it is.
So would I, but it's not right to open presents before Christmas.
No, that's kid stuff. Sure is a whopper, ain't it?
Sort of bulgy. I wonder what makes it bulge that way.
Me too, but we'll find out Christmas Day. That's soon enough.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
We're not the curious type.
No, not us. We'll just stick it in the closet till Christmas.
That's what we'll do.
Yep.
Sure is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of tall and wide both. I can't figure it out. Well, into the closet it goes.
Until Christmas Day.
Yep.
Then we'll see what it is.
Right. That's when presents ought to be opened.
And not a minute sooner.
Yep.
McGee,
Yeah.
let's stop kidding ourselves. Open it up.
Right. Yeah, we put up a pretty good fight, though, didn't we, kiddo?
I'm glad we lost.
Yeah.
This is certainly...
Oh, my gosh. Do you see what I see, kiddo?
I'm afraid I do.
Huh.
So that's our gift.
Well, what are we supposed to do with a 3-foot plaster statue of the Statue of Liberty?
It isn't just a statue, McGee. It's a lamp. You see?
Oh.
You screw the light bulb there in Liberty's torch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's got a plug right in the middle of her back there. What do you know about this? Oh, this is just awful.
Pretty bad, all right.
Boy, oh, boy. Why, anybody who turned the Statue of Liberty into a lamp would stick a picture of his dear old white-haired mother on a piece of wood and sell it for a dartboard. Gift or no gift, this thing has got to go.
You're right, McGee. We'll take it
You
back.
said it. We'll turn it in and get something we really want.
I wouldn't do this as a rule, but there are times.
Well, neither... Uh-oh.
Come in.
Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny. Hello there, kid.
Hello, Mr. Oldtimer.
Hi, old-timer.
What you got there on the table, Johnny? Cupid doll?
No, sort of a Christmas present.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I've been getting ready for Christmas, too.
Yeah?
Went out to Dugan's Lake and cut myself. Down a tree.
Oh.
Have you got your tree already?
Yep. I done my Christmas chopping early. I ain't done so good with my presents, though.
Yeah?
Can't figure out what to give Bessie.
Oh. You're having trouble with her present, huh?
Yep. Used to be real simple.
Yeah?
I gave her a pearl necklace a long time ago, and every year I've been adding to it.
Oh.
So big now, though, I can't add no more to it this year.
No room for more pearls, eh?
That ain't what I added.
Oh?
I started with one pearl and added more string. So long now, the pearl drags on the ground.
Candy makes a nice gift, Mr. Oldtimer.
Not for Bessie, daughter. She's too sentimental.
Sentimental about candy?
Yep. When I give her candy, she don't eat it. She presses it in a book. She's got the messiest library in town.
Don't you have any other ideas for her?
Well, I did see one thing I liked. A real crazy red turtleneck sweater with go, go, go crocheted across the bosom.
Yeah?
I showed it to Bessie in the store window, and she said, "Honey, I wouldn't wear that to a dog fight."
Oh, so that's out too, huh?
Nope, I think I'll get it for her anyhow. If there's a dog fight, we just won't go. Come on, kid.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and Hindustan.
Gosh, will you look at the mob in this store, Molly? Let's exchange this lamp for something we really want and get out of here quick.
All right, but don't drop it.
I won't drop it.
$20 that thing cost. I saw one in the window.
$20. My gosh, was Wimp ever a sucker. Imagine spending $20 on a stupid thing like us. a stupid thing like this. Hey, what you looking at?
Oh, look. Look at those lovely bath towels. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, all wool and about 3 yards wide. Boy, look at the size of them things. Who gets that wet?
Oh, I'd love to have one of those, McGee. They're just $2 a piece. Say, we could exchange that lamp for 10 of these towels.
Oh, well, if you like them, kid, go ahead and get them and let's go on home. I'm not the type guy that he stands in the way of my wife getting something you want that Wimp is paying for.
Wonderful. Come on, here's the exchange desk. Let's turn in the lamp and get a credit slip.
Good. Hey, Bud, you the exchange clerk?
What does the sign on my desk say?
Exchange clerk?
And what does the sign on the wall behind me say?
Exchange clerk?
Well, think it over. Take your time. I'm sure that in less than half an hour, you'll say to yourself, that man is the exchange clerk.
Okay, you don't have to make a dad right of production out of it. I want to turn in this lamp.
Yes, and I'd like to...
Well, hello, baby. I didn't see you there behind this elderly gentleman.
What do you mean, elderly?
Oh, go play with your statue, Dad. Did anyone ever tell you what gorgeous lips you've got, baby?
Why, not lately, but...
Yeah, they're just as red as that garnet and that ring you're wearing.
That ain't garnet, that's ruby. And besides...
Well, I'm happy to know you, Ruby. What say we do the town tonight?
Now, just a darn minute.
We'll hit the high spots, Ruby. Dinner at the finest cafeteria. Our trays gently touching. Then a triple feature movie. The exotic crunch of buttered popcorn.
Cut that out, Buster. You're talking to my wife.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife.
Ruby, is this true?
Yes, he's my husband.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't deserve you no matter who he is.
Oh, that's silly.
Well, you're a lucky man, silly.
Huh?
Short for Sylvester, I
Yeah,
presume.
Sylvester.
What was that again?
Never mind the clatter. Just take this lamp.
And write me on the exchange slip, sir. I want some bath towels.
Well, you look clean to me. But you shall have the towels. Yeah, here you are, Ruby, and drop back any time you decide to exchange Sylvester.
McGee, are my lips really so red? I'm not wearing a bit of lipstick.
Yeah, they're red, and so's mine, so's everybody's. Just look around the store, and I'll give you $50 for every pair of green lips you see in the whole town.
You're cute when your eyes flash that way.
Oh, sure.
After all, Oh, here we are, miss. I'd like some of those large towels, please.
Yes, madam.
10 of them, please. I have a credit slip.
Hey, hello there, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. You down here picking up some Christmas presents, or are you paying for them?
No. No, as a matter of fact, pal, I've been up in the toy department auditioning for the part of Santa Claus.
Oh, really? What part of him did you audition for, Mr. Wilcox?
All of him, with the help of 6 pillows.
Oh, you didn't need 6.
I gave the children a big smile and I said, Merry Christmas, kiddies. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Must have scared the Junior out of him.
Well, sir, it was really cute.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah, one chubby little chap climbed up in my lap and he said, Sandy Claus, isn't your house awfully cold up at the North Pole?
I suppose you had a clever retort on the top of your tongue?
Oh, sure. I said, not anymore, Sonny. I said, it used to be cold, but now my house is lined with Reynolds aluminum reflective insulation.
Ho, ho, ho!
Yes, sir, I said, that light, bright aluminum foil on craft paper. So easy to tack or staple in place. And ho, 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 what a job it does, I said.
What did the chubby little lap sitter say to that?
Nothing. He just smiled happily and set fire to my beard.
Form of criticism, no doubt.
Well, I beat the fire out with my mittens, and I said, in the wintertime, kiddies, Reynolds insulation keeps your house warmer with less fuel.
Oh?
In summer, it keeps the house up to 15 degrees colder. Ho, 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 I said.
Oh, that again.
Mr. Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox, you single-handed have probably set Christmas back 50 years. Oh, thank you, miss. Here's the credit slip.
Well, I tell you, the kids loved me.
Yeah?
Yeah, one little fellow about 7 years old climbed up on the chair arm, and he said, Santa Claus, is it really true that Reynolds reflective aluminum insulation is not only lighter and easier to work with than heavy bulk insulation, but aluminum actually means more for your money? Is that true, he said?
Precautious youngster, wasn't he?
It really is true, Sonny, I boomed. Ever since the Reynolds Metals Company brought competition into the industry to push production up and keep the price down. Ho, 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 I said.
Again.
Well, with that, Cousin Claude smiled.
Cousin Claude.
Yeah, the lad who asked the question.
Oh, I see.
Hey, I owe him $1. I better find him. See you later, kids.
Yeah. Good old San Aluminum.
Well, let's go, dearie. Do you want to carry the towels? It's a pretty big package.
No, you can carry him. That's okay, Tootsie. I'll lead the way on account of because... Hey, wait a minute. Look at all the fancy tools here, Molly. Boy, oh...
Attention, please. Is there a doctor in the house? Please go to the tobacco counter immediately, doctor. A customer can't decide which cigarette to buy.
My goodness, the problems doctors have to face these days. Oh, McGee, there's Mabel Toops. Hold these towels a minute. I want to talk to her.
Okay.
Mabel, wait a minute.
Boy, I'd sure love to have one of these combination hacksaw, scroll saw, and bucksaw outfits. Boy, oh boy. With the nail punch and the chisel on the end. Look at that. And the hollow handle full of iodine. $20, the tag says. Well, just the iodine alone would save that much in doctor bills, and I can't see if I've...
Hi, mister.
Huh? Oh, my gosh. Hello there, Teeny.
Hi.
What are you doing, shopping?
Sure.
Oh?
I'm buying Christmas presents.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Some hankies for my mama and some hamburger for my daddy to smoke.
Wait a minute. People don't smoke hamburger.
Oh, my daddy does, I betcha.
He does?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came home one night and said what he wanted to eat was a great big steak.
So?
So Mama said, you'll get hamburger, and you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. I think I'll get him a half a pound.
You will, huh?
Because,
I said you will, huh?
Will what?
Get him a half a pound.
Of what?
Hamburger.
For what?
To put in his pipe.
And smoke it, I know it. Gee. I like Christmas.
You on Christmas vacation now, Teeny?
Yeah. I'm having fun down here today, though, I bet.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Some friends of mine have got a job singing Christmas carols, and I'm helping.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you do for them? Carry their music?
No, I carry the lead. Uh-oh, that's my music. See you later, mister.
Okay, Teeny.
This is the story of a reindeer, a super extraordinary reindeer. He wasn't what a reindeer ought to be, for he had one peculiarity. Go on, Teeny, you tell him.
Okay, fellas, I'll tell 'em. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. On one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa Claus lost his way. Then he cried,
Without a guiding light, old Saint Nick won't ride tonight.
Just then along came Rudolph,
Galloping, galloping, galloping through the stormy night.
lighting the way before him with his little nose so bright.
Santa Claus shouted,
Rudolph.
please guide us on our way. And the reindeer answered,
Rudy.
come along, we'll let you play. So Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen away.
Attaboy, Rudolph.
Tote that sleigh, hey, hey, hey. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Brighter than a neon sign.
There used to be 8 reindeer.
Now there always will be 9.
Don't you worry if you should see stormy weather on Christmas Eve. Santa will find his way to you.
'Cause Rudy's equipped with radar, too.
Oh, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, twinkle, twinkle on your way. Everybody loves that reindeer, 'cause Rudolph saved the day.
For little children.
Yes, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer's here to stay.
That's the end of the story, I betcha.
Now, you sure saw that saw's wrapped up good, did you, sis?
Yes, sir. Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
Mabel Toop said to say hello to you, dearie.
Oh?
Grab the package. Say, that's not my towel.
No, I traded them in, kiddo.
You didn't.
Yeah, for the greatest invention you ever saw. A combination hacksaw, scroll saw, and buck saw with a hollow handle full of iodine. Something I wanted all my life.
Heavenly days, I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, me neither, but it's something I wanted all my life. Well, anyway...
Attention, please. Will the janitor kindly bring a crowbar to the furniture department? Another fat lady is stuck in the love seat.
She's stuck. I had some nice towels, and look what I got stuck for. That's just silly. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Well, good afternoon, Molly. It's nice to see you. Hiya, Mudhead.
Hello, whale hips.
Doing your Christmas shopping, are you, Doctor?
Well, just looking around, Molly. I thought I might...
Hey, do me a great favor, will you, Fatson? Don't buy me a necktie.
Oh?
I've saw your taste in ties, and, brother, it stinks.
Why, McGee?
Yeah.
Look who's talking about taste in ties. The poor man's Lucius Booby. Look at that creepy cravat he's wearing, Molly. Looks like his omelet blew up.
Is that so?
Well, it is pretty horrible.
Yeah, that thing must have been designed by a cross-eyed Russian with a vodka hangover who hand-painted it with his feet. Where did you get that error, Jug-ears?
From you.
Oh.
For my birthday. And that's why I say don't give me a necktie.
Well, it fits your personality.
Those are the kind of things he wears, Molly. But,
Oh. I think that's a very handsome necktie the doctor has on.
Well, thanks, Molly. It's my favorite. Just an old foulard I've had for years.
A what, Doctor?
An old foulard.
Well, you know what I always say, there's no foulard like an old foulard. My gosh, don't you get it? It's a play on the old proverb, no fahool like an old foulard.
You tell him, Doctor.
Ain't funny, McGee.
Yeah, you're both just jealous on him, because you can't think him up like that, that's all.
Yes, I'm just envious of your wit.
You betcha.
Well, I got to run along, Molly. I got a date this afternoon with Sad Sam Korshak, the used car millionaire.
Oh, I'd like to be sad like he is.
That guy must be loaded. Every time I look around, he's opening up another used car lot someplace.
Yes, I'm going over for his latest grand opening this afternoon. In fact, I'm taking charge of it.
You opening a used car lot?
No, I'm opening the used car dealer.
Huh?
Mr. Korshak's appendix comes out today. See you later.
Isn't he sweet, dearie?
No, sure. This close to Christmas, everybody's sweet. But you wait till that...
Attention, please. The elevators on the east side stop only at the second and fourth floors between the hours of 3 and 5 and... Oh, no, sorry. I mean the elevators on the west side stop at the third and fifth floors between the hours of 2 and 4. The east side elevators from 6 to 9. We'll stop on the 7th and 8th floors. The west side of the... Oh, the heck with it. Walk off.
Well, come on, McGee. Hang on to your little furniture wrecker there and let's go home. I just don't know how we're going to explain to Mr. Wimpole about that.
Hey, Molly, looky here. Look at the stuff in this food counter here, will you? Ooh, look at that, smoked turkey.
Oh, that's the most delicious. I had a bite once.
Hey, look, I just got a whale of an idea, kiddo.
Tell, Mother, tell me.
I'm going to take this saw back. We've been going at this whole thing all wrong, kiddo.
We have?
You betcha. We've been entirely too sensible about this. That's what we've been entirely too sense. My gosh, Christmas ought to be for fun.
That's right. You're so right.
Somebody gives you something you don't want, you shouldn't ought to trade it for something sensible like towels or tools. You ought to get something extravagant.
Keep talking, wipe your chin, and tell me more.
Something we've always wanted and couldn't afford, like...
A smoked turkey.
That's it. That's it. Go on, buy one. Buy it.
Oh, miss, we'd like to look at some smoked turkeys, please.
Yeah, $20 one, sis. You pick it out, kiddo. I'll run and exchange this silly saw set, and boy, we'll live it up, kiddo.
Now, give me just one more slice, dearie, and we'll put the turkey away.
Good.
I think I'll invite all our friends over tomorrow evening. Mr. Wimpole, too.
Let me get at that other drumstick off of there before you start sending out any invitations, Tootsie. Boy, this is delicious.
I wonder how the poor people are doing.
This was quite a parlay, you know that? From Wimpole's lamp to bath towels to a set of saws to a smoked turkey.
I need to try to exchange this poor thing, dearie.
Yeah.
This bird has suffered.
Yeah. Nah, that was the best idea. Somebody at the door. Throw a towel over the turkey. I don't want to give this expensive stuff to
Come in. Oh, for goodness sakes, Mr. Wimpole.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Hello, folks.
Oh, hi, Wimp, old man. Come in, boy. Glad to see you.
Thank you.
Sit down, Mr. Wimpole.
Oh, I really can't stay, Mrs. McGee. I just stopped by to make sure you got that box I left on your porch this morning.
Oh, sure, we got it, Wimp. Looks exciting, too. We put it away in the hall closet till Christmas.
Yes. We'll take it out Christmas Day, Mr.
Yeah.
Wimpole.
Good. I'll pick it up early Christmas morning.
Huh?
It's my present for Sweetie Face. She always opens her packages the minute I bring them in the house, so I thought I'd leave it here with you and fool her this time.
Yes, you'll certainly fool her all right. Yes.
Sit down, Wimp. Have some smoked turkey, boy. I want to tell you about a funny thing that happened to us today on our front porch.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. Many of you who roasted your Thanksgiving turkey in Reynolds Wrap will want to repeat that wonderful experience this Christmas. But if you want to change from turkey, remember you can get the same extra benefits by roasting any meat in this pure aluminum foil. It's the perfect way to bake a Christmas ham. You get more flavor because the juices are sealed in. More meat on the table because there's less shrinkage in the oven. No oven watching either. No basting, no fear of burning. Whatever your Christmas menu, make it easy, make it better with Reynolds Wrap. Stock up at your grocer's standard 25-foot rolls and jumbo economy rolls, 75 feet. Ask by name for Reynolds Wrap, the original and genuine, made by the world's largest producer of aluminum foil, the Reynolds Metals Company.
Have some more turkey, Mr. Wimpole.
Thank you. It's delicious.
So that's a deal then, Wimp. You always spend $5 on us for Christmas, so you merely take the dough for the next 4 years and buy your wife another lamp with it. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hand me that drumstick, please. Thank you.
McGee, what are we going to give him for Christmas? Have you bought it?
Bought it? You think I'm going to buy a present for a guy that ain't going to give us anything till 1956? Don't be naive, kiddo. Boy, look at that bird eat.
Good turkey.
Good night.
Good night, all.
The Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum, brings you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Reynolds Aluminum also brings you Mr. Peepers, starring Wally Cox, on NBC television Sunday nights. See your local paper for time and channel. And don't forget to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
We just listened to Fibber McGee and Molly, originally broadcast in December 1952, Christmas Present from Wimpole.
This is the 9th consecutive Christmas Bing has sung Adeste Fidelis here in the Old Kraft Music Hall. As usual, he'll sing it first in Latin, then with everybody joining him in English.
Surely this year, more people than ever before will want to raise their voices in a chorus of Come All Ye Faithful.
Bing, I think it'd be nice if folks at home would join in, too, and folks all over the world.
We're certainly counting on them, Ken. The home folks, wherever they may be, to help us sing this eternal hymn. Adeste fidelis, Leti triumphantes, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte, regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, Now everybody here in the hall, John Scott, Eugenia Baird, the Charioteers, Charles Henderson in the chorus, as well as all you men wherever you are and everybody at home all together in your family's favorite key, once through in English. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore
Our next dose of Christmas radio is from 1953, the classic police drama Dragnet, with an episode entitled Big Little Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true.
Dragnet is brought to you by Chesterfield, made by Liggett & Myers, first major tobacco company to give you a complete line of quality cigarettes.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary division. You get a call that an important piece of religious art has been stolen from the oldest church in Los Angeles. There's no lead to its whereabouts. Your job? Find it. To sell a product, you have to make it good and keep it good. What do the latest reports show about Chesterfield? Well, our research laboratory has compared it with the leading cigarettes in the country. Chesterfield is highest in quality, low in nicotine. Another good reason why thousands of people are changing to Chesterfield every day. Smoke America's most popular two-way cigarette. regular or king size, you'll find Chesterfield really mild, really satisfying, best for you.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Wednesday, December 24th. It was cold in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of burglary division. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Bernard. My name's Friday. I'd gone across the street to buy stamps for some Christmas cards I was sending out. It was 9:15 a.m. when I got back to room 45. Burglary. I sat down at a table in the squad room and I started to address the cards when Frank walked in carrying a stack of Christmas boxes.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Christmas cards, huh? A little late, aren't you?
Well, I was going to send them out Monday, but we had that stakeout.
You ought to get married, Joe.
Yeah?
It's the only system. Faye does all that stuff for me. Laundry, mails cards, only system.
Might help.
You got a big stack there.
Ought to cut down the list. Look at this here. Upholstery shop.
Yeah?
They send me a card every year. I never get anything upholstered.
Faye and I ought to go over our list. Cut off a few names. I brought in your present. Want to open it now?
No, I'll wait.
I always open a couple a day before.
Why?
Well, put you in the spirit ahead of time. I opened Phil's this morning.
Who's he?
Faye's brother in Denver. Gave me a magazine, one of those funny ones.
What do you mean, a comic book?
No, one of those funny ones, you know.
No, I don't, Frank.
Well, some of the pages have holes in them. You look through and there's a picture on the next page.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those on the newsstand.
They have cloth pasted in.
Cloth?
In the ads. If you want to buy a suit, they have a sample right there.
You mean you can feel it?
Reach right out and feel it. There was one for $200.
A suit?
Sure. Cloth comes from Scotland.
What's it made out of? Solid gold?
No, they got a special kind of goat over there. It's real smooth.
Not a goat, Frank. A sheep.
Well, it's a special kind of sheep, then, because a suit costs $200.
You gonna get one?
I told Faye. She said, wear the sample. Anything doing?
Fanning and Pryor were in on that market holdup.
They come up with anything?
Pound of air. Nothing else.
I hope it stays quiet. I got more shopping to do.
I finished.
What'd you get Ann?
Stationery set. Some paper and envelopes. Leather binding.
Joe, you'll never learn.
Well, what's the matter?
No woman wants a stationery set. Get her something personal.
Well, it's got her initials on it.
No. You want something more sentimental, romantic.
What'd you get Faye?
It's different in her case.
What'd you get Faye?
Sewing machine.
That's romantic.
Well, it isn't a way.
Why didn't you buy her a catcher's mitt? Burglary Friday. Yes, that's right. You have the right department. All right, Father, we'll be right down. No, you can tell us about it there. Goodbye. The old mission church, they've had a theft.
Collection money?
Statue of the child Jesus. Frank and I checked out of the office and rode over to the church at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Main. The Old Mission Plaza Church, founded 1781, the year Los Angeles became a pueblo. The outside was typical early Spanish design, complete with mission arches. It was made of adobe and painted white. They called it the Queen of the Angels. The Padres from down in Mexico built it. The devout Mexicans in town still attended services there. 10:05 a.m. Frank and I crossed through the courtyard. It used to be the old stable, but the Spanish priest changed all that when it became a mission. Stonemasons paved the stable floor and made it a courtyard. They planted grapevines, trees, and flowers. A young priest crossed the courtyard to meet us. He'd been sitting on a stone bench reading his morning prayers, as priests had done here for 172 years. We asked for Father Xavier Rojas, who'd communicated with us. We were told he was inside. We entered a side door. The church seemed to glow with the hundreds of votive candles flickering on both sides of the altar and at the shrines throughout the church. It was empty except for a few people praying. Surrounding the main altar were several old oil paintings in gold frames. The air was heavy with the scent of Advent flowers. We found Father Rojas up near the sanctuary, looking at the nativity scene. He told us about the crib. It was a $70 duplication of the scene at Bethlehem. The parishioners had taken up a collection for it 31 years ago. It was put up every year on December 22nd and taken down after the holy season. was beautiful, except that one of the shepherds had lost an arm, the sheep was old and cracked, and the infant Jesus was missing. Father Rojas led us back into the sacristy.
I'm sorry to bother you, men.
It's all right, Father.
Especially now, the holiday season.
We cash our checks, Father. You want to tell us what happened? Or what you think happened?
I discovered the statue was missing right after the 6 o'clock Mass.
You say the 6?
Yes. I started over to the rectory and stopped by the crib.
Was the statue there before Mass?
I don't know, but it was there last night.
How late is the church open?
All night.
You leave it wide open so any thief can walk in?
Particularly thieves, Sergeant.
You say it was there last night, Father. How late?
10 or 11 o'clock. We had confessions.
No one saw it after that?
One of the altar boys. He says it may have been there. He thinks it was.
Did he see it?
He's not sure.
What's his name?
Pardon me. Here's the schedule. You'll find the names for every Mass there.
Was there a big crowd at the 6 o'clock Mass, Father?
Not too many. 7's the big one. People on their way to work.
Did anyone stay after Mass, did you notice?
Not especially. I came back here, took off the vestments. I suppose it was 10 or 15 minutes before I went back in the church.
It was empty then?
No, people were coming in for the 7 o'clock.
Are these the altar boys, James Cornine and Joseph Heffernan?
That's right. Joe's the one who mentioned it might have been there.
Did you check with the other priests, Father?
Before I called you. None of them knows anything about it.
Just for a check on the pawn shops, how much is the statue worth?
In money?
Well, that's the point in pawn shops, Father.
Only a few dollars. We could get a new one, but it wouldn't be the same. We've had children in the parish. They've grown up and married. It's the only Jesus they know.
We understand.
And we've had children who died. It was the only Jesus they knew. So many of the people who come here are simple people. They wouldn't understand, Sergeant. It would be like changing the evening star.
We'll do our best, Father.
That's why it would mean so much to have it back for the first Mass on Christmas.
It's not very long, Father.
Less than 24 hours.
If anything turns up here, you know where to get in touch with us.
Yes. It's sad, isn't it?
How's that?
In so short a time, men learn to steal.
Yes, but consider us, Father.
Us?
If some of them didn't, you and I'd be out of work. 10:50 a.m. We notified pawn shop detail. Frank and I checked out the 2 altar boys. The first one, James Cornine, said he knew nothing about the missing statue. The second one, Joseph Heffernan, was not at home. His father said he had a part-time job, but he'd have him get in touch with us right after lunch. By 11:30 a.m., we'd run out of book procedure. We had a man to find. Our only clue, he'd been to church. 11:33 a.m. We checked the phone books for the names of religious stores in the area. 2 of them were closed. We tried the 3rd. When we got there, the only person in the store was an elderly man sitting by a table. In front of him was a large, beautifully carved chess set. We're police officers. My name's Friday. This is my partner, Frank Smith.
Great to see you. Caught me in the middle of a big chess match.
Where's your partner?
Up in San Jose. We've been playing for years.
Same match?
No, just 2 or 3 months on this one. What I meant was we've been playing different matches for years.
I see.
You know, we do it through the mail. I send him a move, he sends me one.
Must keep you on your toes.
Except during the holidays, the mail gets all fiddled up. That's no good.
Guess not.
Slows things down, that's no good. I like to catch him off guard.
You Mr. Flavin?
How do you know? We never met.
Your name's on the window out front.
Mr. Flavin, we checked the other 2 religious stores in this neighborhood. They're closed.
This is the best one anyway. 50% European items.
We're checking the stores around the Mission Church.
For what?
Statue of the Child Jesus. Do you have one we could look at?
Sure.
No, sir, a larger one.
You don't want a larger one, unless it's for a church. That's where you want a larger one.
Could we see it, please?
It's not my due to butt in. But unless you live in a big place, this'll make your living room all the kilter.
Yes, sir. Do most of the people who go to the Mission Church trade here?
Good many of them, especially the kids.
Why kids?
More religious. Check on yourself. See if kids aren't more religious than you.
Might be so.
That's what's wrong with the world. Oh, I don't mean you're wrong with it. Everybody.
Yes, sir. Wonder if we could stick to the point, Mr. Flavin.
Sure. A lot of people from the Mission Church come in here.
Do people ever come in and sell back a religious article?
Like a prayer book or rosaries?
Yes, sir.
Second-hand, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Not since I've ever been around. It's silly.
Why?
People don't have religious articles so they can get rid of them. They have them so they can have them.
But if a man had a statue and wanted to sell it, he'd come to a place like this.
Sure, but he wouldn't want to sell it.
He would if it was stolen.
No, sir. If a man was to steal a statue, he'd be crazy or something like that. The only place he'd want to go is where crazy people are.
You may be right, Mr. Flavin.
I don't know what you fellas are looking for, but if it's somebody who stole a statue, he's crazy and you won't find him. You won't find him as long as you live, or in a million years.
That should cover it. We checked religious stores out as far as Van Ness. We asked the same questions. The owners gave us the same answers, but none of them were as encouraging as Mr. Flavin. Frank and I had lunch and reported back to the office. It was 1:30 p.m. when we started into the squad room. The captain was just coming out.
I just checked for you in the lunchroom.
And we've been down on that theft at the mission.
Making some action on the Patterson case.
They locate him?
I think he's on the bus from Sacramento.
Well, that means the Bakersfield police.
We'll wait and see.
Are one of you fellas Sergeant Friday?
He is.
I'm Joe Heffernan. My father said you wanted to see me.
Well, sit down, son. You didn't have to come in. A phone call would have worked.
My father said to get on over. He says that any kid that uses phones is lazy.
We want to ask you about this morning.
You serve 6 o'clock mass?
Yes, sir. I'm senior boy, so I get the 6th.
You're a senior and you take the early trick?
Yes, sir. That way, if you receive communion, you get to have breakfast sooner.
Father Rojas says you think the statue was there before mass.
I didn't look, but I have a feeling it was there.
A feeling?
You know, how you have a feeling about something, but you're not sure.
Did you stay around long after mass?
I put out the candles and hung up my surplice.
How long would that take?
About 5 minutes, maybe.
Did any of the people at mass stay on?
Some of 'em always do, especially ladies.
Oh?
Maybe they don't finish in time, or else they start new prayers. I don't know.
So when you left, there were still some women there?
No, sir. That was at first. After I went back to the sacristy, there was only this one man.
What man?
He comes at 6 o'clock all the time.
Do you know his name?
No, sir. But he works down in Olive, paint shop, where they paint signs.
Could you describe him?
Sort of medium. He was wearing a suit that didn't match.
Didn't match?
Different pants than coat.
How about his age?
Oh, he's pretty old.
Take a guess.
About 40, maybe. There's nothing particular about him.
Then why'd you notice him?
I've seen him before. And the bundle, I guess.
The bundle?
Out in front. I saw him when he was coming out. He had this bundle, and he almost dropped it.
How large a bundle?
It's hard to say.
Come on, son. Was it large or small? The size of the statue?
About that big. Yes, sir.
We located the sign shop. The suspect didn't work there anymore, but we discovered his name was Claude Stroop. We found out where he lived. 2:25 p.m. We arrived there. It was a hotel for men, mostly old men, mostly down and outers. It was called the Golden Dream.
Police officers. We're looking for Claude Stroop.
Hope Claude didn't get in any trouble.
So do we. Is he in?
No. He's got room 307. You can check if you like.
We'll take your word.
Were you on this morning?
Yeah, the early shift.
Well, we don't have shifts. My uncle owns the place. I'm the shift.
Did Stroop spend last night here?
Came in about 11.
When did he leave this morning?
Around 6, maybe before.
Did he come back after?
8 o'clock or so. Then left. Supposed to be back at 10. And pulls this trick.
What trick?
Our program. He knows the other fellas need him.
Program?
You're here at the hotel. Every Christmas we have a program. Put up a tree and sing. They're mostly old fellas. Singing like that makes them remember back when they were kids. Then Jimmy Finn comes on.
Jimmy Finn?
He shares number 409. His family once had a lot of money, so he tells the fellas about it. Stories about Christmas. How they had this big log, and his grandfather used to start it up, and after dinner, everybody turned over his plate, and there underneath was a $20 gold piece. Brand new one.
When Stroop came in this morning, did he have a bundle?
I didn't see him come in.
You said you saw him.
I saw him go out after, but not come in.
When was that?
8. If you want to look for a bundle, I could give you his key.
We don't have a warrant.
It's all right. I know about police. It's all right with me.
It's not with us.
I didn't mean that. I just meant it was all right with me.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen when
They were 3 old men. We couldn't tell how much better they would have been with Stroop singing the 4th part, but somehow you didn't care. This was Christmas at the Golden Dream, and it sounded fine.
though the frost was cruel, when the poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel.
This is the last rehearsal. They got most of the songs down pat.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. That's why it's a shame Claude isn't here. He's tenor, and they need him to make it sound just right.
Does Stroop have a job?
No, sir. He used to have jobs. Not much lately, though.
Did he say where he was going?
No, he should have. The fellas need him.
When he comes in, will you call us?
Sure, and not say anything to him.
That's right.
I hope it's nothing serious for Claude. Fella's troubles ought to be over.
Troubles?
Way back. It wouldn't count now.
Tell us anyway.
Well, I don't know much about it.
As much as you know. Now, come on.
Was something back where he used to live. He robbed somebody or something.
What else?
That's all. It was a long time ago, way far back. But he forgot it all, the robbing and everything.
No, not quite. He remembered it this morning.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. For Jesus Christ our Savior was born upon this day to save
We went back to the office and ran Stroop's name through R&I. If he'd been booked anywhere, we had no record of it, at least not under that name. 4:15 p.m. Pawn shop detail reported back. No object resembling the statue of the child Jesus had been turned in. 4:18 p.m. I hung up the phone.
Patterson's on that Sacramento bus. I thought Bakersfield had it. They were supposed to confirm. They did. Hop over to the station.
What about Fanning and Pryor?
They're still out.
Well, they'll be back soon. When's the bus arrive?
6 o'clock.
There's plenty of time for them to make it.
There's more time for you.
We're still in that theft.
Can it wait?
No.
What is it? $10, $15 statue?
When's the price determine a case?
I realize it's a church statue, but that doesn't give it priority.
It's important to them, Captain. Joe and I promised to get it back.
What do you got on it?
Nothing much.
And why are you so big-hearted?
Burglary Friday. When? No. Don't say anything. No. Right. It's Claude Stroop. He just walked into the hotel. He's our suspect.
Nobody's leaked to him?
No.
You'll keep. You can run him down tomorrow.
It'll be too late then.
They need it for the first mass in the morning, Skipper. It's kind of a big thing for them.
I'm sorry. I can't juggle details around so you can get a statue back. If there's time later on, we'll do our best.
Yes, sir.
You better get over to the station.
Yes, sir. Will you call Father Rojas over at the mission?
Why?
Tell him we're too busy to work on that statue.
But we'll do it later. Tomorrow or when we get a chance.
Why can't you call him?
Well, we better get over to the station.
If Patterson's on that bus, we don't want to miss him.
All right, I'll call him. Friday.
Yeah.
I can send Fanning and Pryor over. You might as well stay on that other thing.
Whatever you say, Captain.
You are listening to Dragnet, the authentic story of your police force in action.
There are good reasons why thousands of people are changing to Chesterfield every day. Why Chesterfield is the largest selling two-way cigarette in America. Why Chesterfield is best for me and best for you. People these days want facts. When you want people to use your product, you have to tell them what effect it has on people who do use it regularly. That's why a doctor has examined for almost 2 years a large group of Chesterfield smokers. 45% of them have, on the average, been smoking Chesterfields for well over 10 years. What is the effect on these people from smoking Chesterfield? No adverse effects. To the nose, throat, and sinuses, says the doctor. Consider Chesterfield's record with these smokers, with millions of other smokers throughout America. Another good reason for you to change to Chesterfield. Regular or king size, Chesterfield is best for me, best for you.
4:43 p.m. We arrived at the Golden Dream Hotel. The desk clerk was right. Claude Stroop looked like a man who'd had his troubles at bargain rates. Your name Claude Stroop?
Yes, sir.
Police officers. We'd like to talk to you.
I didn't do anything against the law. Honest, I didn't do anything against it.
You haven't been accused.
Want to take you downtown.
We'd like to talk to you.
No, sir, I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to talk to anybody.
You're half wrong already. "5:15 p.m. We returned Stroop for interrogation. He kept his word. He refused to talk. 6:05 p.m. Frank called Fay, told her he'd be a little late. Stroop didn't move for a whole hour. He sat and stared, but he didn't talk. 6:40 p.m. We got a final report from pawn shop detail. The shops were closed. There was no statue. Stroop still hadn't talked.
Don't you ever want to go home, Stroop? If I was to talk, he wouldn't let me go.
Depends on what you'd say.
I'd say it wrong, and I wouldn't get home.
You won't this way either.
I'd like to go. You can bet on that. This is the 7th year we had the program, and I never missed a one. Not a single one.
Why don't you tell us what happened, Stroop?
How would I know you'd let me go?
You wouldn't.
I might as well anyway.
All right, what happened from Mass on?
Well, there was Mass. I came out and started down toward the hotel.
Back up.
I left my stuff at the hotel, and then I picked up George's car. I didn't steal it. He said I could have it any time I wanted. Only this time I didn't ask him. I took it and started out.
Yeah.
I should have asked, but I just didn't. I went over to Grand Avenue for the Christmas bulbs for this fella sells them secondhand. It was coming out of the lot that I did it.
Yeah.
The bumper must have caught the other car. Didn't leave too big a dent, but there was this long scratch. I got out and tried to wipe it off with my handkerchief. You know, spit on it like. Only didn't do no good. I didn't think anybody saw. I don't know how you fellas found out about it.
I'll check auto records.
Right. Stroop, we didn't bring you down here to talk about that.
You didn't?
No. There's a statue missing from the church. A statue of the child Jesus.
You mean I took it?
You took a bundle out of church?
Yes, sir. That was my other pants for the program tonight. I had a place sewed up and there was a button on it. You can check. But I wouldn't take a statue.
I don't think you would either.
He's clear at auto records.
Go on home.
For the program? You mean it's all right?
Good night, Stroop.
Good night. Merry Christmas.
Where to?
Well, I don't know. We could stay and work on it tonight.
Wouldn't do any good. We won't find it.
I don't think so.
No use kidding the priest. Build his hopes up.
Might as well go tell him now. Merry Christmas. "7:27 p.m. We found Father Rojas. Frank told him how it was, that we couldn't get the statue back by morning, but that we'd keep trying during the week. He said he understood. We told him we had to get on. As Frank and I started to leave, the doors at the main entrance to the church opened. It was a good 200 feet away. It was hard to be sure, but it looked like a small boy drawing a bright red wagon behind him. When he got closer, you could see he was no bigger than a pint of milk. He was a luminous-eyed little Mexican boy with a face as young as yesterday. The priest seemed to know him.
Paquito?
In the back of the wagon was the missing statue of the child Jesus. He picked it up gently and walked up to the priest.
Padre Rojas?
He just stood there, looking up at Father Rojas.
It's Paco Mendoza, the boy from the parish.
Ask him where he found it.
¿Dónde lo encontraste?
No lo encontré, lo cogí esta mañana.
He didn't find it, he took it.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Todos los años Paquito rezó por un camioncito rojo. Este año Paquito rezó al niño Jesús. Yo prometí al niño Jesús el primer viaje en mi camioncito.
He says all through the years he's prayed for a red wagon. This year he prayed to the child Jesus. He promised that if he got the wagon, the child Jesus would have the first ride in it.
Vendrá el diablo para llevar a Paquito.
He wants to know if the devil will come and take him to hell.
That's your department, Father.
No el diablo. Jesús ama a Paquito mucho.
We crossed over to the sanctuary. With the help of Father Rojas, the young boy replaced the infant Jesus in its rightful place, the crib in the nativity scene. Frank and I could have been wrong, but the small plaster statue seemed to approve. Mary, Joseph, the wise men, Gaspar, Melchior, Balthazar, the old shepherd, the young shepherd, the peasant, they all seemed to approve.
Vuelve a tu casa, Paquito.
The priest told the boy to go home. He took hold of his wagon, started the long walk out of the church. There wasn't much we could say. There wasn't much to say. We just stood there and watched him go. Halfway up, he turned to look back, and he went on out.
I don't understand how he got that wagon today. Don't kids wait for Santa Claus anymore?
It isn't from Santa Claus. The firemen fix old toys and give them to new children. Paquito's family, they're poor.
Are they, Father?
The story you have just heard is true. The names and locations were changed. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our star, Jack Webb.
Thank you, George Fenneman. Friends, remember your cigarette dealer will be open right up to Christmas Eve, and he can take care of your last-minute shopping problems with Chesterfields. Chesterfields and the special Christmas carton featuring the covered bridge. And now, on behalf of the makers of Chesterfield, Liggett & Myers Tobacco Company, there are over 6,000 wholesale distributors and 1,300,000 retail dealers, and of course all of us on Dragnet. We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
You just heard Big Little Jesus as presented on Dragnet, December 1953. Now that we're all lit up with the Christmas spirit, we'll let Bing Crosby sing us out. I'm Mike Gillett, your host, and this has been the When Radio Ruled Christmas Special 2019. When Radio Ruled is a BeforeTV production. Copyright 2019.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing and scratching all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun to ride and sing a sleighing
song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, we have a lot of fun. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
That band is really gone, isn't it, Benny?
Put them back in the wagon before they kill themselves. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, we have a lot of fun. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse